Well, hello everybody. It's been a while since I did an update, so we'll start in the greenhouse and make us way round from there, shall we? Right, so French beans are doing well. Starting to pick some off these. Dwarf variety. Can't remember the name of the variety, but it's doing okay. And I've got my Shirley tomatoes at the front here. Got my canes up. I've got my peppers at the back. 4 peppers there. And then my Jimmy Nardell there. They're much bigger in my other greenhouse, which I'll show you in a minute. I've got bad case of condensation in here this morning. So, there's no vents in this one, and I can't find a vent for window, for roof I mean. So I have to leave door open at night if I'm going to stop it from getting all condensation in it. But my problem is it's not that secure up here, and I've had last year I had all my tomatoes took off my plants, so I don't like to leave it unlocked. But I digress there. So here we go. These are the cherry tomatoes. These, and they're probably up to my waist in a minute. So well, they're doing well. Right, so we'll just go outside and we'll have a look what's growing. The onion bed and the 3 remaining. What is it? 4 parsnips I've got in there now. Woohoo! So that's with the parsnip tape, and to be honest, I haven't been impressed. Dan from the Allotment Diary said that he'd tried it and he wouldn't use it again. So I think I've found the same problems that they miss, and there's 2 per station, and they're a bugger to germinate basically. So I'll not be doing them again, not on the tape. Brassica bed. It's 6 AM. I've come up early because I've got quite a bit on this morning, so thought I'd come and water my greenhouse. And while I'm here and it's nice and quiet, no one else around, do a little update. As you can see, red cabbage, ball-headed cabbage, couple of rispies, and some turnips. Snowball turnips, very quick to mature. And as you can see, they're ready. We've been picking them already, and had some with Sunday dinner. Rhubarb, cleared that a couple of times. I think might have one more picking off that. Potatoes, they're main crop. I've got secondaries there. This is where I had a row of parsnip tape, but it's failed. I think I've had 3 parsnips, and I've moved them on into that bed. But what I'm going to do, I were going to put a load of can't remember what they were in there, but I'm not now, because we're going to move the greenhouse at some point, late October, early September, and I don't really want anything in the ground there because we'll be walking up there with it. So hopefully the potatoes will be out. It'll be more likely September. Potatoes will be out, and then we can just walk over this bed. It's Swedes I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put a couple of rows of Swedes, but I'm not going to bother. I was thinking about it last night, and I'm not going to. I'll just weed it and just keep weeds down, because the parsnips aren't going to do out. So I'll crack on with that at some point this week. And then this is my carrot bed and my parsnip bed. Well, 2 rows of parsnips. I've got 2, 4, 5. Excuse me. It's my hay fever. And then my carrots. I've got 3 rows of carrots, and as you can see, sparse. Excuse me. cauliflowers, a row of spare cauliflowers. I've got another row to put somewhere, and here I've got a couple of courgettes, spare courgettes and spare sweet corn. Have a look at me garlic. Pleased with this year, the overwinter one. As I've said before, I usually do like a Solent white that you put in February, March time, but went up to the local garden centre and got some overwintering ones, and I'm sold, I think. Elephant garlic, my onions, overwinter Japanese onions. They're ready. I can start pulling them if I wanted. So I'm not be buying any more onions now. We've used these, and then by the time I've used these, some onions should be ready. Right, peas. They're first green shaft. I'll give them a water in a minute before I go down to the other plot. And my spare onions and shallots. Leeks in the weed bed. The only thing is, with dibbing them like this, you've got to get in and hand weed every single one. And with this plot being furthest away from our house, I don't get up here as much. I'm usually on the other allotment. And my sweet corn. So that's it for up here. I'll go and get my watering cans and water in the greenhouse, and then I'll have a trek down to the other allotment and water in that greenhouse. And if it's quiet on there, I'll do a little update from there as well. So until then, adios. Hey up, I'm back. As you can see, the source of my bad hay fever this morning, we were grass cutting last night. So we've done the plot. The committee comes down. There's about 6 of us, 7 of us. We come down and blitz it every fortnight. So looking nice and lush. I don't know if I've shown you this before, but I put these slabs in 2 foot by 3 foot all the way along, because this plot, when I took it on, used to slope this way, and we've raised the ground. We put this seed down in March, and it's much better now. So if you're ever thinking of edging your plot with slabs, and you're thinking 3x2s are a good idea, yes they are. Don't do it on your own. I did this by myself and pulled me back. So over a week without doing out, I had to couldn't leave the house really. It was that bad, and I gave myself a tennis elbow, which I had to have physiotherapy with. So if you can get somebody to give you an hand. Somebody did ask me if I wanted a hand, but it was putting the last one in. I think they were being sarcastic. Anyway, back to why I put the camera on. Potatoes. So starting to flower now. So we're not far away from starting to lift some. And I've got a row of kestrel, a row of what's the name, Charlotte, and they seem to be a taller plant. I mean, I've grown them both varieties before, but never next to each other, so I can really see difference in foliage. And then here, a new variety for me this year, good all-rounder Saxon. And then my main crop, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Yapham Gypsy. So they're small main crop potato. And my beetroot, some stock flowers down there, some night scented stock at the front of the greenhouse, and night scented stock all along there. And here's my onion bed. Got onions from sets at the back, they were started in modules. Spring onions, then I've got shallots, and I've got my onions from seed, and then my leeks. And here, under that, got my French beans in. That is a Swede. No, it's not a Swede. It is a oh, what do you call them? Pick my beans. These are my French beans, and these are my butternut squashes. They are a bush, not a trailer variety. They do trail a bit, I think, about 2-3 foot. You're supposed to get 5 squashes on them. So I guess they're a dwarf variety. Back past my onions, more French beans. The thing about French beans is I grow them in greenhouse, unmarked leaves, and as soon as you put them outside, the elements get to them. And I've got 1 bean per pole. Some poles have got 2 because they were just spare, but on the main they're 1 bean per pole. My sweet corn, jewel foot. And then here, I don't know if anybody's grown these, the tomatillo or tomatilla. Somebody on the allotment was asked me if I'd ever tried them, and obviously I hadn't. I'd heard of them, and they said, "Here, 2 plants, chuck them in." So they've gone in there because they do trail a bit. They have a bit of a vine. Courgettes, 2, 1 Defender, 1 Black Beauty. My lettuce, I've started taking this now. I do like the Robinson, the green one. Arlo Rosso, I'm not so bothered. I'll probably give them to people who wants them, but they're a bit bitter for me. And here's my peas down here, and I've got my brassica bed, cauliflowers, calabrese, and cabbage. Filling the nets up. Take nets off. We get a lot of bird damage down here. They're me. They are my snowball turnips, and as you can see, we've had a few of these, but got something gnawing away at them. Every time I pull one up, there's like a centipede or something burrowing into them. So luckily I've got some on the other plot, as you've seen. So these are destined for the compost bin. Got some more cauliflowers in there, and my sprouts, and some kale. So they're going to take their places. Now we'll have a look at Lewis's garden. Spinach is doing well, and these radishes, carrots are up and running, more radishes, beetroot's not done very well. I'm going to have to get in there and weed it. I'll transplant what there is. I'm going to put some more spinach in for him, or he's going to put some more spinach in. Then his lettuce. Basically we've done this so it gets him down here and he munches on stuff while he's here, keeps him quiet and happy. Nice strawberries, his meaty peas, his French beans, and his peas, which are bird's eye, perfect peas, and his stinky chives. What have I got in here? Some swede, and some rocket, and more swedes. So I've moved everything that was at the side of my shed onto that bit of hard standing I've got there in front of my compost bins, and that's because I'm extending the flags up to the back of the shed, and a chap on the other side of the allotments getting a new shed, so I've had his metal shed off it, and there it is, and that's going to be my tool store because I can't get in my shed. There's that much stuff, and when I give me other plot up, I'm going to have even more rammel to bring down, so that is going to be my new netting and canes and all sorts of stuff going to be stored in here. Metal shed. So I'm not going to be tripping over it. I'm not going to be it's not going to be getting in my way. And that's the idea behind that. And I might even be able to clear some of the stuff behind this side of the shed. Obviously I've got water butts, and I've got a couple more, and got a load of flags here to sort out, and I'm going to put some flagstones down back here, get it all neat and tidy. But I've only had this plot since last October, I think it was. So and if you've looked back at my videos and seen the plot swap video, you'll see what sort of state it we're in when I got it. So it's going to take a while for me to get it how I want it, but there's no mega rush. Right, so that's the plot. We'll just have a look at tomatoes and peppers in the greenhouse, and then I can water up and get my son up ready for school. So in the greenhouse got 2 cucumbers. These, I thought I'd lost them. I thought they'd died. I brought them down here when they were small plants, and they wasn't happy in the cold greenhouse. So I had to take them back home, pot them into bigger pots, bury them up to the necks, and then I put them on heat for about 3 days. Then took them off and sat them in a windowsill, and then I put them back into these big pots, potted them on into these big pots when they started to grow, and left them in there in the windowsill for probably about another 3 or 4 weeks until they started to grow vigorously, and then I brought them down here and quite happy now. So I don't really eat cucumbers. Well, I don't eat cucumbers at all. It's only my son and my mother and father-in-law, they like them. So I basically grow them for them. So I don't really know much about cucumbers. And I tried Socrates last year because they're a small one, and it's good for my son's lunchbox, but failed dismally on them. They died. Couldn't keep them alive in greenhouse. So they brought out at home. But when as soon as I brought them down here, might have been too early. I don't know, but. Anyway, that's me cucumbers, and they're probably about 3.5 foot. There's me Zuminado. It's me pepper that's doing best, although none of them are doing fantastic. It's another one. These are my Shirley tomatoes. No, they're not. These are my cherry tomatoes, and these are nearly 4 foot tall, and they've got fruits on. Down here, feeding them a couple of times a week, and they seem to be loving it. Well, they're doing well, and we've got my Shirleys on this side. And these aren't as tall, but they're a much stockier plant, and I don't know if these have set flowers yet. Flowers have set fruit, I mean, but they're probably about 2.5 foot, nearly 3 foot. And then I've got some, these are super chilies. I'm actually building a shelf that's going to stretch full length of this side of the greenhouse. But because the bloke wanted the shed moving, that's gone on the back burner slightly. But I'd like to get that done this week and get the shed in place this week. So we'll see if I manage that. I'm not holding my breath because, as things do in life, things crop up and you don't always get done what you want to get done. So if I get it done, I get it done. If I don't, it'll be done at some point. Okay, so that's my plot. And this lovely July morning. It's now, have a look at the clock, now 7:15, and I shall go home and get my son up for his breakfast and get him ready for school. See you later, bye.